Hi there! Today we're looking at the Dirty Dozen puzzle by Puzzle Master. Special thanks to them for sending this in free of charge so we can make this video for you. Now, the thing about this puzzle is that I did solve it blindly, but my camera was doing some weird things. So in this case, I'm going to do a full-on tutorial on how to solve the Dirty Dozen puzzle. Now the first thing you want to do is place it on its side like so. And it doesn't really matter which side you're on, because it's basically the same approach. You're going to want to remove this top piece over here, except the other pieces are in the way. So what you're going to do is to hold that piece you want to remove with one hand, while using the other to slide the other pieces around, either left or right, until they line up with the piece's slot. Just like that. It might be a little easier on a smooth tabletop. Now once you have everything lined up, you should be able to lift the piece up and out of the puzzle just like so. But wait, before you do anything drastic, look at the bottom piece here, and you should be able to slide it around until it falls onto the table. Then you can lift this puzzle, or you can lift it this way a little more securely, and set it aside while you have the second piece removed. Then we're going to grab the rest of the puzzle and squeeze it back together, just like that. And then we're going to turn it onto another side. Then you can basically do exactly the same steps over and over again until it's taken apart. Piece 3, piece 4, piece 5 and 6, and very quickly this starts to destabilize. And everything just falls apart. Alrighty. There you have it, you've disassembled the Dirty Dozen puzzle. Now this was only half the battle, we're going to have to reassemble it. So first let's place these aside and start building. Now, you want to grab a piece and observe it first. You'll notice that all the slots seem to start on different sides except for these two. I'll call these the double slot. Now, the double slot you want to orient, in this case, like so. You want the piece vertical with the double slot in the top left, just like this. Then you want to place it down on the table and then turn it until it's on its side, just like that. Then you want to grab another piece and you want it horizontal with the double slot in the top left, just like that. Then you want to turn it so it's on its side as well, and then slot it into the first piece, like so. Make sure everything is lined up perfectly, because if you're off, it's not going to work for the rest of the solve. Next up, you're going to grab another piece. You want it vertical with the double slot in the top right of the piece. Then we're going to turn it like this, and then place it into the puzzle on the left. Just like that. Next up, we're going to grab yet another piece. You want it horizontal with the double slot in the bottom left. And then we're going to take it, turn it on its side like so, place it on the side while you lift the right vertical piece. And you want to make room so that you can slide this new piece in from the left and drop it down into the puzzle. Then you can let go of the piece that you're holding and just leave it on the table, and you should have a nice double cross. Next up, we're going to grab a couple of pieces. You want them vertical with the double slot in the bottom left. Then you're going to grab this bottom horizontal piece and you want to lift it up again, just like that. That way you have room for these pieces. You're going to turn them like so and slide them into the left and right of the puzzle. Just like that. Then you can drop down that piece that you're holding. Next up, we're going to grab a couple more pieces. You want them horizontal with the double slot in the bottom right. Then you want to grab the second vertical piece. You want to lift it so that you have room again. Then you want to take these pieces, the new ones, tilt them upwards on their side, and insert them in the back and the front of the puzzle. Just like that. A little wiggling might be needed. Then you can drop down the piece you're holding, and we are almost there. Alrighty, now we're down to 4 pieces. Now you want to turn the puzzle on its side, just like this, similar to how the disassembly was. It doesn't matter which side again you're on, you just want to turn it so that you could find the double slot in the puzzle. So right now you have this double slot over here. Then you want to grab the next piece, and you want to orient it so that its double slot, just like this one, is lined up with that new double slot over here, just like this. Now we cannot slide it in directly, so you're going to have to place it on top of the puzzle, like so. Then move the other pieces out of the way with your other hand. And once everything's in place, you should be able to drop it into the puzzle, and then you can squeeze all the pieces together. Just like that. Now, turn the puzzle upside down, and do exactly the same thing. Take a look at the pieces, look for where the double slot lies, which in this case is right there. Then we're going to grab another piece, orient it so that the double slot lines up with those 2 slots. And once again, place the piece on top and move the others out of the way. Now in some cases, the bottom piece will fall, and just like when you're disassembling the puzzle. But if that happens when you're reassembling, first take the piece you're working on, you can slide it in the correct height, and then slide it forward or backward so it locks in place. Then take the piece on the bottom that fell out by lifting it, and then sliding it in place so it locks in as well. Then you should be able to squeeze all the pieces together, like so, and then you could turn the puzzle again. Just like that. Now, for the next bit, you do, again, exactly the same thing. You want to take a look, see where you have a double slot, which in this case is right there. Orient the next piece so the double slot lines up as well. You want it to go this way. And then place it on the puzzle and move the pieces out of the way. There you go. Then, of course, squeeze the pieces together, and we're down to our last piece. You want to flip the puzzle upside down, find the double slot, which in this case is at the front. These 2 right there. We're going to grab the next and final piece, line up the double slot, just like that, and we're going to put it in by moving the other pieces out of the way, just like before. And of course you heard that thud, so that means the bottom piece fell out of the puzzle. So we're going to lock this one first by placing it into the puzzle and sliding it to the back, and then doing the same thing at the bottom. You could go either direction, of course. I'm just going to slide this one to the front so you could see that it is indeed there. Then I'm going to slide all the pieces together. Then shout some hurrahs, because now we've solved the Dirty Dozen puzzle. Once again, special thanks to Puzzle Master for sending this in. It is very nice of them, and this is quite a nice little puzzle as well. It's quite hefty, many pieces, it looks impressive on your desk, and to solve it is actually not too difficult. If you don't know how to solve it, it turns out there are some very nice properties on it, including some symmetry and the fact that only the first 6 pieces are important. After that, you have double slots that you can just rely on because that's the only way pieces will fit together, as you saw in the last few steps of this solve. Anyways, thanks for watching.